What is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. This is part 9 of what should they do in the off season with all 32 NFL teams. And today we're doing my Chicago Bears, my favorite team. Without further ado, please like, please subscribe. We're on the road to 500 subscribers. And without further ado, let's get on with the video. So the Chicago Bears right now have they have 6 total picks in the draft. They don't have a 6th rounder or a 7th rounder. They have 2 first rounders, third, a fourth, 2 fourths, and a fifth. Now, in my opinion, the 6th and 7th rounds are not the most important rounds, so I'm okay with them not having those picks. But I think the Chicago Bears have a lot of avenues to do that they can do during this draft because they have the luxury of having the number 1 pick for the second year ago in a row due to obviously fleecing the Panthers last year and getting DJ Moore in the first round pick for the first overall pick of last year, which the Panthers used it to draft Bryce Young. Now, I think the Bears first have to make a decision by at least a draft combine, I guess. What are they going to do with the quarterback? Are they going to keep Justin Fields and get a haul like they did last year? Or are they going to say, you know what, it's time to reset the quarterback clock and let's go take Caleb Williams and reset this team and reset the quarterback clock and reset the cap, like money. That's what I think. Okay, so now, in my opinion, let's just look at Justin Fields' stats real quick. I know I've been through his stats a lot during this year, this channel, but Justin Fields this year had 2,562 yards, 61% completion percentage. He was injured for 4 games this year, and he showed a lot of growth when it came to passing. Because we knew last year he was a good runner, but the question marks were like, oh, can he throw the ball? Him and DJ Moore really had a really good connection. They were probably the best, they had the best quarterback rating duo, wide receiver and quarterback duo in the league. I think they were one of the best duos in the league when they were healthy and when they were both playing together. Now, Justin Fields, again, he has that inconsistency of, one game he's going to throw for 200 yards, 268 yards or something, and then the next game he throws for 100 yards. Like, there's not a lot of consistencies, but also you can also blame the offensive coordinator, the lack of offensive line. But again, the quarterback does get a lot of blame, and he deserves some blame in that. Now, the other option the Bears could do is trade Justin Fields for maybe a second-round pick, or if they get lucky, a first-rounder, and get Caleb Williams from the USC Trojans. I think Caleb Williams is arguably one of the best prospects we've seen as a quarterback. He does have some flaws, but obviously every quarterback has some flaws here and there. He was a Heisman winner last year. Not this year. That was Jaden Daniels, but last year he was a Heisman winner. He had around 42 touchdowns, 5 interceptions last year. This year he had 30 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, but his completion percentage went up by 2%. So Caleb Williams, a lot of people are saying he's like Patrick Mahomes. And if he's like Patrick Mahomes and people are saying that, and he ends up being like that, and the prospect that everyone thinks he is, hey, by all means, go get Caleb Williams in. Because the Chicago Bears are in need of a quarterback. They've never really had a really good quarterback since their whole franchise has started, and they're the oldest franchise in the league. Now, so with that in mind, I'm impartial. At this point, I used to be like, oh, Justin Fields, no matter what. But at this point, I'm fine with either option. I don't care. As long as the Bears make it work and they become a winning franchise, that's all that matters. Now, I'm gonna lay out some options for both sides. If they go with Justin Fields, I'm gonna lay out some options. If they go with Caleb Williams, I'm also gonna lay out some options. So let's just say the Chicago Bears want to trade the number 1 overall pick. They say, you know what, Justin Fields is the guy. We're gonna keep him. They get a haul. Let's just say, for example, they get a haul of 2 first-round picks. So next year's first rounder and the year after. Like, okay, no, that's not what I mean. I mean, this year's first-round pick, let's just say the Commanders trade them the number 1 pick for the number 1 pick, right? They get the Commanders pick next year too, and a second-round pick, and they get the chance to draft Marvin Harrison Jr. with that pick. I think Marvin Harrison Jr. is probably the best wide receiver prospect in the draft. No, hands down the best. He's generational. His athleticism, he has one of the most athleticism in the league. He's also very, very, very good at contested catches. He reminds me of Justin Jefferson, in my opinion. So you don't miss out on Marvin Harrison Jr. Now, if the Bears now decide that they want to keep Caleb Williams, then you draft Caleb at 1. Then at the 9th overall pick, you either have a chance to get Malik Neighbors or you get Rome Odunze. I'm pretty sure Malik Neighbors is probably the second best, and I think another team would take him. Maybe the Cardinals might take him, or like the Giants might take him. Like, we don't know. There's some teams that might take him. And so I think Rome Odunze is more feasible, in my opinion. And Rome Odunze is really good. I mean, he made amazing plays this year. He had 1,640 yards and 92 catches, 13 touchdowns. Rome Odunze is a dog, man. He's amazing. I would love to see him on the Chicago Bears, pair up with him and DJ Moore. So again, if the Bears if they trade down the pick, you go for Caleb Williams. You go for Marvin Harrison Jr., obviously, right? You go for the number 2 pick, or you trade in the top 5, maybe go for Marvin Harrison Jr. or go for Malik Neighbors. If not, you stick with Caleb Williams and you go draft Rome Odunze. Let's just say Rome Odunze is not there anymore, right? Then go help the D-line. The defensive line is another thing that the Bears lack. Montez Sweat was amazing last year. I want this defensive line to grow. So another good draft prospect that they could draft if Rome Odunze is gone and Malik Neighbors is gone and they draft Caleb Williams at number 1 is go get Dallas Turner. Because, again, the Bears have a lot of money in this offseason, right? They can go buy a wide receiver. They have a lot of avenues they can take, right? So, missing out on a wide receiver, it sucks. It would suck, but you still can hit on a good edge rusher. And I think Dallas Turner is a special prospect in this draft. He had 10 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, 28 solo tackles last year at Alabama. Now, for example, in the free agency, let's just say the Chicago Bears, again, they go trade Caleb Williams. They trade the pick. They keep Caleb Williams, or they keep Justin Fields. Either way, and they don't draft Dallas Turner and they draft a wide receiver instead, right? Danielle Hunter's available in this offseason. If I'm the Chicago Bears, he is my number 1 priority to go sign. Other than him and the next person I'm going to be talking about, Danielle Hunter had 16.5 sacks this season, 54 solo tackles, and 4 forced fumbles. He's one of the best edge rushers in the league. And you pair him up with Montez Sweat, this defensive line becomes the most scariest defensive line in the league. I say, Danielle Hunter, whatever he wants, you go pay for him, and you go get him, and make sure he's on this roster no matter what. Now, another guy I think the Bears should re-sign is already a homegrown talent, Jalen Johnson. Ryan Poles, this is a message to you, man. This is a message to you. Sign the man. Last year, Ryan Poles did not re-sign Roquan Smith. Instead, he traded him off, and I'm going to be honest, that was not a smart move. Because I get it. You did get Tremaine Edmonds. You did get TJ Edwards. But Roquan Smith is a top 3 linebacker in the league, and you drafted him. Now, obviously Ryan Poles didn't draft him. Ryan Pace did. But that's one of the picks where it actually hit. Roquan Smith was one of the best linebackers in the league, right? So now you have one of the best corners in the league, actually the best, highest graded corner in the league last year, Jalen Johnson, a Pro Bowler. And if you don't sign him, it's like, what are you doing? I get it, you want to save money, but you have a lot of money. Sign the players that are good on your team. That's my whole thing, right? If you have a player that's really good, you re-sign him. And Jalen Johnson's 24 years old? Like, if he wants $22 million, go sign him for $22 million a year. I think he's worth it. I think he's worth the investment. Give him a long-term deal. Pay the man. The guy clearly wants to be a Chicago Bear for life. I say go pay him and get the secondary and improve the secondary. Tyreek Stevens is only going to get better if he plays under Jalen Johnson, right? So, that's my opinion. I think Jalen Johnson is definitely a must sign for the Chicago Bears. So that's going to wrap it up for this video. I didn't want to make this video too long. Obviously, I'm a very passionate Bears fan. I could go on and on and on what the Bears can do this offseason, but I want you guys to let me know. What do you guys think the Bears should do? A, should they draft Caleb Williams? Or B, should they trade the number 1 pick and get a haul like they did last year and keep Justin Fields, make this team better? Should they draft Marvin Harrison Jr.? Should they draft Roma Dunze? Or should they draft Dallas Turner? Or who do you guys think they should draft in the offseason? Do you think they should go for an offensive lineman? Do you think they should go for a defensive lineman? Do you think they should re-sign Jalen Johnson or get Daniil Hunter? There's so many things that the Bears can do. I just want to know. I want you guys to let me know what the Chicago Bears can do this offseason. Without further ado, please like, please subscribe, and thank you for watching. Peace.